And game one of TWA versus YOBOY. For the side of TWA, we have on this map Marceau, Gdansk, Minnow, Marseille, Moskva, Bourgogne, and Vermont. For the side of YOBOY, we've got Shima, Gdansk, Marceau, Moskva, Napoli, Moskva, and Kremlin, Montana. So as we take a look in here and think about this, let's see how the teams are going to set up. Some initial thoughts to watch, and I want to see where the setup goes. We're seeing both teams coming in with DD heavy setups. 3 for the side of YOBOY, 4 for the side of TWA. This is going to mean, if we take a quick look back out, TWA, as you can see, has a 60,000 health disadvantage. Vermont, Bourgogne for the side of TWA. Montana, Kremlin for the side of YOBOY. Moskva, Minotaur, Marseille for TWA versus double Moskva, Napoli. So the Marseille is going to be able to do a lot of work, but the Montana and Kremlin are going to be able to smack it if it's not careful. Watch over here. It looks like we're going to see more of a wolf pack towards E from the side, and man, that is weird to say. Looks like we're going to see Gdansk out here, and you're going to send the Marseille out on the line. Watch this Marceau. I suspect Marceau will go as well this way, and they'll try to catch something here. They're going to send this Gdansk out to A, and then it looks like Minnow, Bourgogne are going to possibly line up for this gap based on the angle they're taking. Gdansk will probably set up to back into cap. And then this Moskva is going to go for right here, I'm betting. If we take a look at what we're going to see on the counter side from the side of YOBOY, you got the Gdansk matching the other Gdansk. Shima out there. He's going to get beat by the Gdansk of TWA to there. Napoli to help him, so a little bit more support directly out. And then double Moskva push up here. So it looks like they're going to put the more traditional Moskva there, and then other Moskva sitting here for now. Maybe move them up to there if they think they can get them there, but we'll watch and see. This wolf pack's going to be the challenge. If these two catch the Marceau of YOBOY, that's game almost assuredly right there. TWA will take any mistakes made and run a mile with them. And so as I watch here, you can see the stuff starting to occur and the fight taking place. Marceau is spotted. He's going to take a salvo from the Napoli. Napoli hits him for a little bit. Marceau of Glotzbebel was also spotted. E taken because they get both of them in there and there's no way to prevent it. But you're going to see Glotzbebel move in and use the island advantage to deny the cap from ticking. B and A are both ticking. Shima actually got a better line to the cap. And so he will get a slight bounce back on the points. And remember, like I said, E is in a spot where it is currently being taken. But I expect to see somebody turn back in. That Marseille of Kistis is going to sit the island. Interesting to use a Marseille if they're going to sit him on the island. Interesting, because you don't think Marseille normally sitting on the island, but it'll get on the island, prevent it. Moskva moving up, and you can see the counters. Now, Marseille is going to have some nice angle on the Moskva of Max Bricks, and you're going to see that reload booster here. Possibly an AP switch trying to get the farm, but now Kistis does have to be careful. Bricks is going to take a shot from mid. He's got a shot of AP coming in on him. Do they hit them? No, they don't. But there's the 14K from the Marseille. And so Max Bricks is at a disadvantage. Marseille is taking 11K damage. And this becomes interesting fast. Now, a lot of ships for YOBOY sitting mid. The ship sitting here mid is providing a slight disadvantage. Because you've got the double Moskva set up here, you don't have a ship out here to help protect there. And because you've put your Kremlin all the way out here, you have to make a challenge there. And you can see it's coming. But you're going to lose D if you're not careful, because you're just going to see the Marceau farm him over the island without being spotted. But for now, we're going to go back to B here in a split second, but just we got to keep an eye on this because this push is coming. Looking at the AB, here's the move. Kinemod in a minnow. They do see the Shima. Shima is dark, but he's lost a torp tube completely. That is brutal. Or no, he hasn't, pardon me. It looked like he had, but he is not. Napoli trying to get the minnow, but Kenny is going to make that a very, very challenging occasion. Points lead still just 15 in favor of the side of TWA. Here comes the push. Napoli's smoking the Kremlin up. They're going to move up and they're going to say, we're going to make you, we're going to challenge you here. Now these torps are going to be really nicely lined up for that Kremlin. But Vile's going to take a pay for that one. Oh, I don't think Vile was expecting 14k. Kremlin's going to dodge most of the Marceau torps here. He's going to take 2, and one of them is going to be on the bow. So he takes down to 79,000 damage, so about 20,000, but he's going to DCP and heal. And now comes the push on to Kistis. Napoli of Avenger taking a lot of damage, but Kistis is in danger. Moskva here of Max Bricks, just working to focus him. He has taken a lot there, but they're going to have a quick push here. That health advantage that we talked about at the beginning, though, 60k, completely gone. How much do you get on this move here? That's the challenge. How much do you get on this move? Napoli turning out Avenger Squirrel. He's going to get the turnout before the Marseille gets the shots on him, but he's going to get smacked by the Vermont, down to 19k. And the Marseille's got to move forward. How quick does he move forward? Moskva going on the Napoli as well. Napoli at 10k. He looks like he's going to die here. They're trying to back the Marseille up. Marseille is backing up hard, but the Kremlin's going to get him. Here comes the second set onto the Gdansk. From the Gdansk onto the Kremlin. Is it enough? It's not enough for the first one, and they managed to get the trade. They trade a Kremlin for control over E. Napoli, though, if he goes down, that's going to be a critical problem. Moskva of Max Bricks is healed up, but Napoli should go down to the Vermont shots here. And YOBOY gets trades, but they're being traded back. It's 2-2 on ships, and that 60,000 health lead is now swung as a 60,000 health disadvantage. And they've been forced off of B. They get the trades, but they take too much damage. And they're on the run now. And the Shima goes down there as we pull away. Snackman gets him. And unless these torps... Nope, torps have nothing. This game... Valiant fight from YOBOY, but at this point, this game is just about over. Issue is Marceau and Marceau are going to fight, and we're going to zoom back in on that real quick, and then we'll continue talking about why this game's over. But Glotz is going to die. Glotz is going to die. Barring an absolute miracle of love missing shots, which he doesn't, and it was an admirable trade back. Moskva did a good job of assisting with the trade back. But anyway, that just ensures that the 3 caps are going to be held. There's no way back in on these caps for the side of YOBOY. They're trying to take D, and they're going to move around. They'll get a chance to kill this Moskva here, but you still have Vermont out here. You got Gdansk coming around the back, and you still have to deal with this. Unless there's a quick kill on the Moskva of IKEA. And he's going to go for the ram. Is it enough? It is not enough to kill. The DCP comes in, but he's still got a minute until he can heal. Spaced armor attempt coming, and you can see the Gdansk trying to farm from the back, but Vermont Silverblade should kill the Montana here in a moment. They can see I love now. We get a nice die hard. Here's the kill as he continues to move forward. They get the kill. Moskva moving up on the Vermont.
Everything is at stake.
But 2-ship disadvantage, 50,000 down. You need a kill now. And with the Gdansk dark, the shots come in. Oh, wait, they do spot him. Slim chance Mem gets the kill on Zill here. But he does not, because the minnow just... Kenny Mod in a minnow is just disgusting. Kenny Mod in a minnow is just disgusting. It's not quite John the Ruthless Colbert levels of disgusting, but it's disgusting. And with no cap control, 2 minutes to victory, it's just a... Ooh, that was painful to watch on the Moskva. It's just a last-ditch push for the side of YOBOY. YOBOY's moving their Moskvas up to try to farm out the Vermont. They'll continue to try to take D, but the time is ticking too quick. The Napoli doesn't have the health to fight the Burgoyne and the Gdansk. And so you'll continue to see the push here, but it's over. And so as we go from there, you can see that they get the Moskva of Hattie. Now it's just Max Bricks left. And so, ladies and gentlemen, 31 seconds. But your winner of game 1 and 1 game away from taking themselves to 2-0 in groups, and there's the Napoli, that will do it, is the side of TWA. They are your winner of game 1 and looking to close it out in game number 2. YOBOY with an admirable attempt, but they just lost too much health on that push without getting quite enough for it. If they could have taken it without losing the Kremlin, maybe we looking at a different game, but unfortunately they were unable to, so we are not.